All right, after a few technical difficulties, we are back with you at the Los Angeles Open. It is time for men's senior pro singles matchup between David Furman and Vonnie Major. This is in the winner's bracket, so it's 2 out of 3. And we are just about halfway through, or a little past halfway through this first game. Cameron Irwin alongside Steve Dawson. A nice shot from Furman.
And look for those big ball striking forehands from Furman. Gifted athlete, lots of talent, and he loves to crack that ball hard. Singles and doubles, plays the same way.
Let that one go. Got a little too much on it.
Yeah, he went for it, though. It's almost like last match we saw Baby Kyrgios striking it. Now we have Senior Kyrgios out here doing the same thing.
So you've got the jokes,
yeah,
too.
well,
Come on, we lost Morgan Evans, but you've got plenty to fill.
Well, I have the pleasure in the playing the seniors of knowing both these guys and playing with and against them. Levon in the red has been at the game for a long time. In the original days in Seattle, he's probably been playing tournaments for 30 years or so. You look for craftiness, kitchen play, softness, and touch from Levon, and all the opposite from Dave Furman.
So power, aggression.
Yeah, those make the best matches anyway when you have variety of styles against each other.
There's some craftiness.
Great shot from Levon from the Seattle area of the country where our wonderful game, beloved game, began.
Makes me happy as a Pacific Northwesterner myself.
About, exactly 32 years ago, when I was getting married to my wife, Jennifer, we visited our friend from Bainbridge Island. And at their house, it was a party at their home. We're sitting in their backyard. And we wondered what that weird thing was in their backyard. And lo and behold, 30 years later, we found out that they had a pickleball court in their backyard.
So that was the first time you had seen it, but you didn't play.
It's like I wondered what the heck, it was too small. Well, you know, we were tennis players, and it had a little net on it, but it was we never knew what the game was, never heard of it. But now that we're into pickleball, we realized that way back when, the maid of honor at our wedding grew up in Bainbridge Island and had a pickleball court in her backyard.
Well, there you go. And now you are obviously one of the top professionals in the game, and also the owner of Bobby Riggs down in Encinitas, California, where our next stop on the APP tour will be held. What? How many days? Are you feeling ready? Are you set up?
We got, 4 more days to go.
I'm hearing the anxiety already.
I don't know why I'm up here in Los Angeles broadcasting an event when in 4 more days I have 5 days of this at my own club. So
yeah, well, it's for the love of the game, right,
I guess
Steve?
can't get enough, you know. It's always good. These guys are sitting there on their timeout. They're probably having a wonderful conversation. It is senior pro singles. Oftentimes it's the last man standing. And we're all out there for fun.
Why aren't you playing singles?
I'd rather be sitting here with you.
I don't know if that's the truth, but I'm going to take it and I'm going to own it.
No, the truth, I'll answer truthfully, since we have, it looks like, a few more seconds here. I was fascinated with pickleball getting started in doubles because pickleball doubles was about the furthest thing from tennis singles I could find. And having grown up playing tennis, I didn't want to go into the same game. I've been playing it for so long, and doubles with its drop shots and dinks and disguises and fakes was so bizarre that I had to be part of it. And oftentimes, pickleball and singles just reminds me too much of a game that I spent 30 years playing.
You needed a change.
I needed a change. But I do love singles. I enjoy watching it. I just have had enough singles in tennis.
So we won't see you out there by yourself.
Nope.
Steve, always in need of a partner. I'm sure there's a few that would love to fill in.
I'll play with anyone, anytime. Ask my friends.
That is true. He's even played with me. I don't know if he remembers it. We ran the courts at Bobby Riggs only because he put me on his back.
No, Cameron shows up one day at Bobby Riggs, walking around. I said, "Hey, let's play some pickleball." I dragged her out there right away, and lo and behold, 3 months later, we're sitting in a booth together
and talking about more pickleball.
I knew what I wanted the day I met her. There's the big strike by Furman. Serve, return, and the one-off wonder. Just get it done quick.
It's that risk reward, though, right?
Right. Doesn't want the risk of a long, extended point. He wants quick shots, hard hits. Trying to get it done quick. It's a nice hot day, and move on in the draw. He's not going to waste his time with the long points. Here it comes.
Live and die by that drive. And this is actually just a first round matchup, so the first to be played for both Levon and David.
There's our style change by Levon. Dave wanting to hit big, and Levon extending the point, trying to use the kitchen play in singles.
Couldn't quite reach that one. There are just about 10 athletes in this men's senior pro division. John Sperling ended up with a bye. He's one of the names you're going to want to watch out for.
Yeah, I've never seen John play singles. I know he's got some of the softest hands in the senior pro doubles. Having had the pleasure of losing to John yesterday, I do know the softness of his hands and the finesse he has, and I
wasn't going to bring it up, Steve. Yeah. I wasn't going to bring it up.
I've lost many times, but I've been losing longer than you've been alive, Cameron. But I'm very excited to see him play some singles and want to see if he brings the same finesse and style onto the singles court as he possesses in doubles.
Nice pickup by Vonnie.
Got that volley deep at Dave's feet. It's hard to hit it hard when the ball's bouncing off your shoelaces. I've noticed in singles the best volleys are deep near the feet or soft and short in the kitchen. Nice passing shot. Mr. Furman has taught Levon the success of going for that big forehand first, and looks like Levon got him on his own medicine.
3-1. Side out.
He looked like he was in between shots right there. Couldn't quite decide what he wanted.
Right, a little bit extended. If he chose the kitchen, it would mean more running, so he went for it down the line.
And we actually just got a good question from Don Cook. How old to be considered a senior in the game of pickleball?
A senior in pickleball is if you turn 50 during the calendar year, you can play that that particular year as a senior.
Point. 4-1.
Score is now
Point.
5-1.
You know, singles, just like doubles in pickleball, has such swings of momentum, and we're witnessing that now. Looks like
make that 6.
Yeah, looks like something to take from this is no matter what the score is, no matter what the match is at, you Never give up, never quit. Things can turn around in a matter of minutes.
Even within a point, too. I think Gabriel Joseph is a great example of that. Quick hands, and it goes away of Levon.
We're on what, a 5-point run here. This is quite incredible in singles to have the server win so many points in a row when the advantage is to the receiver.
And I love that you bring that up. You say the advantage is to the receiver. I'm going to ask you why, but I'm going to wait till after this point.
1-7.
Beautiful exchange. No, the advantage is to the receiver because of the 2-bounce rule in pickleball. The ball has to bounce twice before it can be taken out of the air, which means the receiver gets to come straight to the net, which is advantage to the receiver. Kind of like that.
Side out.
Big overhead. Steve, one of the things I've learned is through broadcasting with audiences too, there's so many different levels of people tuning in, right? We might have some people that just are starting their career as a singles player, or maybe they're a 4-0 player that's been playing for a little while. And so you kind of have to, you get to educate from top to bottom and kind of hit everybody along the way.
I'm still learning myself, Cameron. I would like to think the learning process never ends.
This is a good call.
You know, and in pickleball, new shots are coming out every week, new strategies every month. We had the pleasure of sitting here with Morgan Evans for an hour or so, and he's inventing and reinventing the game on a monthly basis. The sport is definitely very fresh.
It's evolving.
It's evolving. The best styles are yet to be invented.
Makes it fun too. You almost have a little bit of freedom in that, trying some things.
Oh yeah, you've got a great match here. You got someone with a tennis background in Furman and a non-tennis background in Levon.
3-7.
And they're having an amazing match, not coming from the same sport. David Furman has the classic forehand and backhand grips, which are fantastic. He's transferred them over from tennis. And Levon, a very, very successful and accomplished player himself, likes to hold the paddle his own way. He sticks the thumb right up the top of it. The tennis coach wouldn't say do that, but this is not tennis.
See, you pick up on all the little nuances.
Yep.
I guess we'll keep you around. Or more so you'll keep me around, hopefully.
5-7.
You got to deal with me next week,
Yes.
too.
Well, as long as I'm still competing,
That's been called by the
you'll get to
receiver. You have
broadcast
1
me.
minute.
That's fun.
But when I'm not competing, this is definitely a fun way. Front row seats.
We really do have the best seats in the house.
Yeah,
don't we?
normally, you know, when I'm watching the APP tour at home, I'm on my YouTube live. I'm sitting there on the TV, don't know what's happening. Got a good front seat, but right here, the wind is blowing. I'm sitting in the shade. Can say whatever I want, and everyone is forced to listen.
There is a mute button, though. Hopefully you don't hit it. Hopefully you don't hit it. All right, well, we are at a Jigsaw Health hydration break. The score is 7-6. Major still with a slight advantage over Furman.
Yes, we haven't yet completed game 2. Levon definitely has the edge in this game. Furman is ahead in the match. He's already got a set behind him, so he's hoping he can finish it out and get on with the long day, but right now it's up to Levon.
Well, and you talked about how this is really about swings of points, runs of points, right? So how do you personally kind of approach that when somebody's maybe got a run